You guys, welcome back to Gotta Love Them Movies, your place to talk about the stuff that you love. I'm your host, Mr. Mike Brown. I'm here all the time. And you guys, today's just a beautiful day. It's a nice, chill, brisk 63 degrees outside. I don't know why I always feel the need to give you guys a weather report of what New York weather is like today, but hey, that's what the weather's like today. It's a balmy 63 degrees, so not too cold, but not warm either. So I'm in my happy place. Anyway, guys, we got some fun stuff to talk about today. I'm rolling solo as I typically do. Now, a few weeks ago, I made a small announcement that I'm starting a second YouTube channel called How to New York. And it's kind of an ode or a love letter to my favorite city in the world, New York. Just basic little short vignette videos on how to navigate New York, on how to get from here to there, on what to do, essentially how to navigate New York like a pro. So that's what that channel is. So in starting this second channel, This channel, Gotta Love Them Movies, I'm condensing down a little bit more. So in the past, the show was run like an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, sometimes 2.5 hours. But in an effort to try and start a second channel, I'm going to start condensing from here on out the show just a little bit. So we're still going to do all the fun stuff that we talk about, but I'm going to try and condense each segment into a smaller bite-sized piece and try to have a 1 hour runtime. So that's my goal today. Anyway, that being said, you guys, if you haven't already done so, jump over and click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. With the more subscribers the channel gets, the more watch content the channel gets. With the more watch content the channel gets, I get to make the show my full-time job. So I very much appreciate your love and support. And if there's anything specifically that you guys want to talk about, send me an email at gottalovethemmovies@gmail.com. And as long as your comment or question is family-friendly, we can make it a main topic here on the show. So with all that down and out of the way, let's jump in and take some news real quick.
Real quick.
Listen, real quick.
Okay.
All right, you guys. So real quick, apparently there's an advertisement playing for something that I didn't anticipate. So, all right. So let's try this again. Real quick, you guys, if you haven't heard about this new Netflix original film coming out called Single All the Way, the trailer just dropped for it like an hour ago, and it was completely off my radar, hadn't heard anything about it, and oh man, it looks charming, it looks fun, it has that. Did you guys ever see that movie with Diane Keaton and Coach, what's his name? Craig T. Nelson. The Family Stone, I believe it was what it was called. It kind of has some Family Stone vibes to it a little bit, but essentially the story of Single All the Way is you have a man who goes home to see his family every year, and every year he's single. So this year he just doesn't want to be single anymore. So he gets his best friend to kind of impersonate his boyfriend and say like, will you just pretend that like we're together? And of course, like some of his other friends set him up on a date with like this other really super hot guy. And so the main character's like, oh man, this other guy's like really good looking, but like I've got a really good connection with my best friend. And like half of the family says date your best friend, the other half of the family's like date this really super hot guy. And it looks like a fun, charming little movie. And here's the best part. Well, I don't know if this is the best part, but this was a huge draw for me. It stars Kathy Najimy, whom Kathy Najimy is just a cinematic treasure. If you aren't familiar with Kathy Najimy's work, one of my favorite roles of her was as one of the nuns in Sister Act, acting alongside of both Maggie Smith and, of course, the acclaimed Whoopi Goldberg, right? So Kathy Najimy, she was also one of the witches in Hocus Pocus. That's another one of her big claim to fame, but she's kind of been out of the public spotlight for a while. And I don't know, I love Kathy Najimy. We also have Barry Bostwick, Jennifer Coolidge, who is just, again, like a comedic icon. And one of the other standouts from the trailer was Jennifer Robertson, whom, if that name doesn't jump out at you, she played, oh shoot, I can't think of her name. In the TV show Schitt's Creek, she was Roland's wife. Wow, why can't I think of her name? Anyway, with like that really big kind of gross, like kind of Texan hair almost. Yeah, anyway, she again, comedic genius, great cast. This looks like a really fun movie. But you guys, if you've seen the trailer, let me know what your thoughts of Single All the Way are down in the comments section below. All right, guys, next up, real quick, there was a new trailer that dropped, I think like 2 days ago, for Being the Ricardos. First off, I have to come full clean here. I am not a huge fan of Nicole Kidman. I'm sure she's going to play it just fine, but I really wanted Deborah Messing to play Lucille Ball in this. I really did. Yeah, there was that whole thing about like how she kind of, I think for one Halloween, or maybe it was an episode of, was it? No, it wasn't Just Shoot Me. What was the show that she was on? Oh, I can't think of the name of the show. Anyway. But she did like a Lucille Ball costume with makeup and the hair and the whole 9 yards. And yes, she looked exactly like Lucille Ball. And she has those mannerisms that she can bring out to play Lucille Ball. Ultimately, she wasn't cast, and I guess that's okay. That's fine. Aaron Sorkin, writing and directing, being the Ricardos. Now we get our first extended trailer. It's just a trailer. It's just, I don't know why they're calling it a first extended look. It's just a trailer. But it gives us a little bit more insight as to what the story of this movie is. Again, written and directed by Aaron Sorkin. That is the biggest draw for me right now. Aaron Sorkin, writer of some of the best scripted television shows ever made. One of my favorite shows, Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. He did... not News Radio. News Radio is also really good. He did Sports Night. He did The West Wing. One of the things he's probably the most popular and well known for. He wrote the movie, the Facebook movie, The Social Network. My goodness, his credits just go on and on and on. And very recently, he did Trial of the Chicago 7, which not only got a Best Picture nomination, but also a Best Director nomination. And multiple, I think, Best Actor nominations. He's proven himself. He's a really good director. He's taking the time. He knows what he's doing. So as a director now, also a writer, I'm very interested in seeing this movie. Javier Bardem playing Desi Arnaz. Like, that just kind of seems like inspired casting. Even though Desi Arnaz, I see Desi Arnaz. I see Javier Bardem. I don't see Desi Arnaz. I see Javier Bardem, which is fine. That's okay. And to a good extent in this trailer, I also see Nicole Kidman. I don't quite see Lucille Ball. I still see Nicole Kidman. But there's something about Nicole Kidman's acting style that just, I don't know. It's hard for me to latch onto, right? And that's just her as an actor. There's multiple people out there. It's weird where I can say Javier Bardem, to me, I love his style of acting. I love his choices. He's just very charismatic. I love watching him. In this trailer, he doesn't look like Desi Arnaz. He looks and feels like Javier Bardem. Now, that comment probably seems like no doy, Mike. He's not Desi Arnaz. He's Javier Bardem. But let's rewind the clock a little bit. Do you guys remember when in The Wolf of Wall Street, when Jonah Hill played, and I can't remember the character's name, but he was playing that character opposite Leonardo DiCaprio, right? I did not see Jonah Hill. I saw that character. And for that reason, I really genuinely feel like he should have won Best Supporting Actor. Of course, that year it went to Jared Leto for his role in, what was in it? With Matthew McConaughey. Can't think of the name of that film. Anyway, but that's kind of what I mean. Like, I see Javier Bardem. I don't see Desi Arnaz. And that's fine, because I enjoy his style of acting. Now, if you're the kind of person that enjoys the style of acting of Nicole Kidman, great. I applaud that. I'm not one of those people. I don't think she's terrible. I just don't think she's great, right? So that's why I say I really would have liked to have seen Deborah Messing in this role, and that's just not the universe that we live in. So take it for what it is. Now, I trust Aaron Sorkin. Currently, Aaron Sorkin only really has one directing credit under his name, and he knocked it out of the park with Trial of the Chicago 7. So I'm really interested. I'm really fascinated to see what he's going to do with this particular movie. And kind of seems like an interesting story that they're telling. Is Lucille Ball, at the time in the 1950s, 1960s, was she, in the same way that Charlie Chaplin was kind of accused of being a threat to American lifestyle? Lucille Ball pushed the boundaries. She really paved the way for yes, women in comedy, but also to tell important stories within comedy. Use comedy as like that's just the jumping off point. But what do we really want to say? And I think that is a really interesting hook for this story. So I'm interested to see it. I don't love the casting. I do love the casting of Javier Bardem, and I love the casting of J.K. Simmons as William Frawley. Does he look like William Frawley? No. But I don't care, because he seems to embody, even though we just get a tiny little glimpse of him in the trailer. I'm really excited to see kind of how this whole thing is gonna play out. But again, as I say, it's hard for me to like wrap my mind around. I don't see Lucille Ball. I only see Nicole Kidman, and that's a hard thing for me to wrap my brain around. Anyway, guys, have you seen the trailer? What are your thoughts on it? Are you excited to see Being the Ricardos? Are you going to see it on Amazon Prime, or are you going to see it earlier in theaters when it comes out on December 10th? Let me know your thoughts about it down in the comment section below. All right, guys, our next bit of movie news off the top, or rather real quick. Let me try that again. Our next bit of movie news real quick is, if you haven't heard already, Leonardo DiCaprio is going to, it sounds like he is going to, they're currently in the final talks for him to play Jim Jones. Now, if you're not familiar with Jim Jones, oh boy, where do you start? Jim Jones was an infamous cult leader back in the 1970s. If you've heard the term drink the Kool-Aid, that all started with Jim Jones. Jim Jones was a very charismatic type where he kind of organized his own. It eventually became a cult, but he amassed a following, is what he did. Very religious in nature. Eventually, he kind of rose to the idea that he was a godlike figure himself, that he was a prophet, that he knew all the secrets of the universe. And if you did exactly as he told you to do, then he would let you be part of that knowledge, or that he would promise you eternal life, or blah, 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 whatever, right? Most famously, Jim Jones got his entire following as they got kicked out of the United States. They went down south to Guyana and had an over 900-person mass suicide by drinking the Kool-Aid. Now, it was Flavor Aid of what they actually drank, but when you say Flavor Aid's kind of like the RC Cola to like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, right? Drink the Flavor Aid. It was a more natural thing to say drink the Kool-Aid, right? Just a little colloquial nuance there. But Jim Jones, what a kind of an evil human being. And now, arguably one of the world's greatest actors in Leonardo DiCaprio to come co-produce and star in this thing. This just sounds riveting. Jim Jones is like that whole story in Jonestown. In Jonestown, that whole story is fascinating. It's terrible, but it's a fascinating story to understand and learn how people got to this point and how he was able to bring other people along with him. He had to be charismatic. He had to be likable. And then he had to get people to truly, strongly believe the garbage that he was shoveling them, to the point where they were all willing to commit mass suicide. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. But fascinating in the way that this actually got played out, rather. So yeah, with Leo DiCaprio attached to it, I'm really excited to kind of see what this is going to turn out to be. Of course, his dance card is full for the next little while, kind of being wrapped up. And Leo's doing a film with Adam McKay, doing, I think, one of his first comedies ever with Adam McKay. And then, of course, he's also doing that other Scorsese pick, the Western pick. But yeah, you guys, if you haven't heard before, or even if you have, what are your thoughts on Leo DiCaprio playing Jim Jones? I think it's an inspired casting, as we were previously talking about. But I want to hear your thoughts about it. Are you interested in this? Are you excited for it? How do you feel? Let me know down in the comments section below. All right, guys, our last bit of movie news real quick. There's a new trailer for 8-Bit Christmas. And when I say a new trailer, nobody knew that this was coming. This was one of those things that just kind of dropped out of nowhere. And I mean, like, granted, this is one trailer, and it's an awesome trailer, but it's just one trailer. The whole story of this trailer is very much in the same vein as Princess Bride, and very much in the same vein as A Christmas Story. You have Neil Patrick Harris, who's telling his daughter the story of how when he was her age, all he wanted for Christmas was a Nintendo 8-bit entertainment system. And this looks like a fun movie. This really has that kind of like epic Christmas childlike desire, right? And I think it plays to all of those notes. I think this is going to end up being a really big Christmas movie smash. I really do. I think this has the potential. Of course, every movie has the potential, but I really do genuinely think that this film has the potential to be the next Elf, right? We had A Christmas Story. We had National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. We had Elf. And then there were a whole bunch of just kind of movies that, some Christmas movies worked, some Christmas movies didn't work. I think the Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Anthony Mackie, and Seth Rogen film, was it The Night Before, I believe? I think that kind of ranks up there as, fun holiday kind of movies. But 8-Bit Christmas, it's, of course, like, this movie could come out and be a hot, steaming pile of garbage, right? It could be. But I don't know. This looks really fun. This looks really good. I'm boom, day one. I'm going to buy my tickets. Boom, day one. I'm going to be in the theater munching on my popcorn, watching this movie. I love Christmas movies, you guys. I love Christmas movies. I'm not going to say I've seen every single one, but I do love me some good old Christmas comedies around the holidays. But guys, tell me what your thoughts are. Have you had a chance to watch the trailer for 8-Bit Christmas? If you did, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, because I think this really could be the next big Christmas movie that just endures, that stands up to the test of time. What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comment section below. All right, guys, we've moved on to the part of the day where we take your, not your live comments and questions, but we have one email coming up. And our one and only email of the day comes to us from the Nerd Zone. And Nerd Zone says, I don't have any movie news, but this Star Wars Lego set looks sick for $800. So Star Wars does those Ultimate Collector Series Lego sets, with examples being the Millennium Falcon, the Star Destroyer. If you haven't seen that Lego set, woof, I think it's like, it's well over $1,000. I think it's like $1,200. It is insane. I believe, don't quote me on this. Somebody fact check me. I believe the Star Destroyer is the largest Lego set or piece or thing ever made. I believe it's the biggest one. Somebody fact check me on that. But anyway, So the Ultimate Collectors Series Lego sets, with examples being the Millennium Falcon, the Star Destroyer, the Death Star, and the A-Wing. So later this month, we'll be getting another big Ultimate Collector Series set based on the AT-AT. It will have 6,795 pieces and is the biggest AT-AT Lego. Is the biggest AT-AT Lego has realized. If you are rich, you will be happy. If you aren't, like me, and you wish you had it, and it makes you sad. Yeah, well, I'm right there with you, Nerd Zone. I am right there with you, buddy. And yeah, you guys, if you haven't seen this thing, just look at this thing, or look at how impressive this thing is. Look at the attention to detail. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you can hopefully get like the full grasp of what this thing looks like. You can see the price tag, $800. So that's a big pill to swallow, right? But if you click around some of these things, look at this box. It looks so beautiful. This whole thing just looks so gorgeous. Here's the front view. There's the back view. Top of the head. I mean, this thing just look at inside this thing. You've got Luke hanging down by a thread. It just looks so fun. It looks so fun. I'm gonna scroll through some of these photos real quick. Get to some of the more scaled photos, so you can kind of get a sense of size. Look at this. Here's a human being standing, holding, touching this thing. Look at how massive this thing is. Oh man, just look inside that. Oh, it looks so good, you guys. This whole thing just looks so good. I would love to get my hands on one of these things. That's obviously not going to happen anytime soon. I wish I could. I wish I had the money to. I wish I had $800 to drop on something like this. I clearly don't. But I will show you the Lego set that I did just purchase for myself. It's a Harry Potter advent calendar. So I got that going for me. So I'm very excited for this. But my goodness, you guys, Lego puts out some of the coolest stuff, right? And I kind of feel like Lego's going through this really interesting resurgence right now. There's a lot that Lego. In fact, we got a Lego set. We got a Lego magazine in the mail last week, maybe it's like a week and a half ago, and I was flipping through the pages in the elevator. You know, I pulled it out of the mailbox, I get into the elevator, start flipping through, and I set it on the table, and my wife, Kim, has since hidden it, and I have no idea where this magazine is, because I just like a child. I just want to drool over all of the toys listed in this holiday Lego magazine, but she's hidden it from me, and I don't know where it is, and I'm not allowed to look at it, because I guess she's got some surprises coming or something. I don't know, but I'm very excited for it. I'm very interested to see what surprises does she have in store. So anyway, I'm very excited for that. But my goodness, if she, speak of the devil, not that I'm calling my wife the devil, but she just texted me. It was a private message, so I'm not going to share it. But I mean, yeah, Lego has put out some really great sets lately, and one of the sets, and I don't have it pulled up right now. I'm thinking of this in real time. But one of the things that they have recently come out with is a series of like Santa's workshops, and not that they're all different versions of Santa's workshops, but like houses that would exist in Santa's workshop. So if you want, each year, or buy multiple sets every year, you know, but essentially like each year you get a new one of these Lego sets and you build it, and you've created your whole Christmas village. If you're not familiar with the concept of Christmas villages, they're just like these tiny little village vignettes that you build in your home. Not just with Lego, but with other materials. Sometimes you go to various hobby shops, and they already have them created and built for you. So you just buy the little Hummel and stack it wherever you want. In my house growing up with my mom, like that was our big introduction to Christmas. We put up the Christmas tree and we set up the village, right? Set up the Christmas village. And my mom just over the years kept buying like all these different little figurines and houses. And I think they were all like ceramic and whatever, but Lego has kind of come up with their own version where you have your own holiday village. And one of these things that it doesn't go in with the holiday village, but I very much want to get this thing. It's the ice castle from Frozen, that Elsa built with her magical ice powers. I think that would be the perfect centerpiece for like this whole Christmas village. Oh, I want it so much. Oh, it's like $200, and I don't have $200 to spend, and I really wish that I did, because it's so cool. Like, whether you're into Frozen or not, it stands probably about as tall as this AT-AT you can see in the picture, if not maybe just a tiny bit taller. Oh, it looks beautiful, you guys. It's so beautiful. Anyway, what are your thoughts about the Lego AT-AT? And just for anyone who's confused, yes, it is pronounced AT-AT. It is not an AT-AT. It's an AT-AT. But yeah, what are your thoughts about the Lego AT-AT? Granted, it's $800. I know that's a lot of money, but let's try to be a little objective here. Do you think $800 is too much to spend on an item like this? Or does that seem about like, you know what? Let's keep that high price tag so that we can keep special things special. What are your thoughts? Where do you land with all of this? Are you going to be one of those people that goes out and spends the $800 to get the AT-AT? Do you have the Millennium Falcon, which is beautiful, by the way? Do you have the Death Star? Do you have the A-Wing? Do you have the Star Destroyer? I want to see photos of these things, you guys. They look awesome. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. All right, you guys, we've reached the portion of the show where we're going to jump in and take your live comments and questions. So let's go ahead and do it now.
It's alive! It's alive!
All right, you guys, let's jump in and take your live comments and questions. You guys have been firing in these live comments and questions all show long. And first comment of the day comes from the Nerd Zone. And Nerd Zone says, there was a Spider-Man No Way Home official poster reveal, but I'm just sick of seeing No Way Home news, man. People nonstop talk about it, and it's annoying now. Yeah, that's true. In fact, I was considering whether to do any No Way Home stuff on the show today. Let's see if I can bring this up, because I already had the poster. Here we go. Here's the poster for Spider-Man No Way Home. I already had this queued up and thinking like, are we going to talk about it? Are we going to address it? But you're right, man. So many people right now on YouTube and on the internet and everywhere can't shut up about Spider-Man No Way Home. Whether it's spoilers or surprises or theories or conjectures, everybody is talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. And it's so much right now that I don't know. It's not making it special anymore. Now, granted, the movie is a month away. It comes out December 17th, and today is November 10th. So, yeah, a month and a week. We're 5 weeks out. Until Spider-Man No Way Home drops, and we only have one trailer. Normally, by this time, we would have 3, if not 4 trailers already, and we only have one. So that means Marvel and Disney, they're playing this one close to the chest. There's so much in this movie. We know it's one of the longest running Spider-Man movie. It is the longest Spider-Man movie to date. Was it like 2:45, something like that? 2 hours, 45 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. It's a long movie, so there's a lot in it. There's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of details that we don't know about, right? We think we know. I mean, there's one of my favorite YouTubers, John Campea, he received photos from someone that he didn't. How do I phrase this? Someone emailed him photos the other day. I think it was like a week ago, or not quite a week ago. But he was emailed some photos from stills of Spider-Man No Way Home, and he looked at these stills and thought, "Oh, there's no way that these are real." But they were fun. They were pretty cool looking. So he made tweets of them. He put them out on Twitter or Instagram, one of the two, doesn't matter. And apparently Sony reached out to him and said, take those down. And he said, are they real? And Sony said, we're not going to confirm or deny that. We just want you to take them down. So what's up with that? What's up with that? So it's kind of like, what? But yeah, Nerd Zone, you're right. So many people are talking about it right now, as I literally just have for the past couple minutes. So anyway, yeah, there it is. Nerd Zone says we might also get our first look at Andor and Obi-Wan Kenobi on Friday, which I'm quite excited for. Star Wars is always more quiet than Marvel when it comes to announcements, so I'm excited. Yeah, so Disney Plus Day. Last year they called it the Disney Investors Meeting, but this year they've kind of rebranded to Disney Plus Day, which they're coming out with so much stuff, like big announcements. I think it's like a 3-day event. Starts on the 12th, ends on the 14th, and my birthday happens to be halfway between those two numbers. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing too much for my birthday. I'll probably check in and watch some of this Disney Plus Day announcement stuff. But yeah, very good chance we're going to get a first look at Andor, get a first look at Obi-Wan. I doubt we're going to get a trailer, but a first look, yeah, I think we're going to get some information about these things. And not just Star Wars, but a host of other stuff. What are they doing with Marvel? What's going on with Mighty Ducks Game Changers, man? Gordon Bombay himself, what's his name? Martin Sheen's son, Emilio Estevez. He's just officially backed out of season 2. So how is season 2 going to go? It's a whole kettle of fish. It's a whole kettle of fish. Anyway, Nerd Zone says also, also Wheelchair Services got its act together and gave me a new wheelchair today. Awesome! Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Now, your next job, sir, is, so previously you sent me a photo where you had, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it like BB-8? Didn't you have like a poster of like the round portion of BB-8 that you put on the wheels of your wheelchair? You need to do some upgraded decorations, my friend. Do some upgraded decorations. Send me those photos because I'm very interested to see what designs you have in mind, sir. Nerd Zone says, Single All the Way is the best title I've ever heard. Right? Obviously very tongue-in-cheek, playing off of the title Jingle All the Way, which is, first and foremost, a very classic Christmas song, kind of turned into a classic Christmas movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to get his hands on, was it Robo-Man? I don't know. I can't remember. A very popular action figure in the movie at the time, right? And so now Single All the Way, kind of a fun play on words of Jingle All the Way. But yeah, that trailer, man, looks so heartwarming and fun and cheery. I don't think it's going to become a Christmas classic. I really don't. Nor is it going to be kind of relegated to those cheesy Netflix movies or holiday movies, or the Hallmark movies like Holidays in Handcuffs or The Christmas Prince. I don't think it's going to be in that same category. But it just looks like a really fun, uplifting, heartwarming story. Yeah, it just looks fun. I like it. Or rather, I like the trailer. Who knows? The movie could be terrible. Nerd Zone says 8-Bit Christmas looks so fun. I know, right? And I love Neil Patrick Harris. How I Met Your Mother is his funniest performance. We all had a friend that was like Barney. That's true. I can point to 1,000 different people in my life that are like Barney, which I don't know. Maybe I should change the kind of the quality of people that I hang out with. But yeah, Neil Patrick Harris is such a talented performer. He's one of those performers that in Dune, what's his name? Timothée Chalamet. Just like Timothée Chalamet, he's such a great performer that people want to have an opposing opinion just so they can sound intellectual, so they can sound like they know what they're talking about. If you choose to dislike something that the majority like, somehow that means that you're highbrow, and that's not accurate. That's a false perception. If you genuinely don't like Neil Patrick Harris, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. If you don't like him, you don't like him. But I feel like there are so many people out there who like to hate on Neil Patrick Harris just because he's a great actor and they can't admit it to themselves. And real quick, you guys, we have a surprise visitor. Come here. Oh, she's running away. Minerva the cat is running away. We almost had a surprise visitor. Almost. Nerdzone says the Star Destroyer is $800, and no, it is not the biggest set, as the Millennium Falcon is the biggest set, and the newest Titanic is the biggest Lego set. Wow. Well, thanks for clarification. I totally thought the Star Destroyer was $1,200 for some reason, but I'm glad to hear that it's not. I feel like if you're going to pay $800 for Legos, you might as well go ahead and pay $1,200 for Legos. But I don't know. Maybe there's that thing of like, well, you can save a whole 1%. Yeah, okay, yeah. But if you're going to spend like $10,000 on a car, you might as well spend $12,000. You're like, oh, but you're saving $2,000. Guys, come on. Like, let's take it for what it is, right? But yeah. I didn't know about the Titanic set. I could see how big that's going to be. That would be really cool. That would be Can you imagine like having the Star Destroyer right next to the Titanic? Man. Ships, man. Ships. Dominica May says, it looks awesome, but I'm not into Star Wars enough to spend $800 on a Lego set. Again, like they're in, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are not Harry Potter fans, and I did not spend $800 on this. I think this was with because I bought it at the airport, so when I got my crew discount, I think it turned out to be like $30. So not so bad, but yeah, like, hey, if you're not into it, don't spend the money, because that would just, that would suck. That would suck. Dominica says, ha 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 ha. She doesn't want you to buy Legos. Yeah. Yeah, Kim hiding my, or not my, but her rather, Lego catalog that came in the mail. Yeah, she doesn't want me to buy Lego. I think she bought it specifically, She requested that the magazine come to the house so that she could have a better array. I'm pretty sure she's going to buy me some Legos. I'm pretty sure that's coming for Christmas, but she doesn't want me to know what is in store. Dominica May says, I have the Elf Clubhouse set. The Elf Club, I'm guessing that is a Lego Christmas Elf movie tie-in? I'm not familiar with the Elf Clubhouse set. I need a little clarification there. Nerdzone says, I want to buy Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar. I was down between Marvel, Star Wars, and Harry Potter, and ultimately the Harry Potter one just felt a little bit more magical, but like Christmas magic, as opposed to like Harry Potter magic. It just felt a little bit more magical to me. So I went with the Harry Potter, but yeah, I was down. And also there's another Lego city, they have like all these different city sets, but they had a Christmas city set specifically for the Advent calendar that looked really cool. And I was kind of down between that one, but ultimately I went to Harry Potter. Anyway, Nerdzone says, I want to buy the Lego Star Wars Advent calendar with Christmas Mando and Grogu. Oh, I haven't seen that version. I haven't seen the Mandalorian Christmas Advent calendar yet. My dad gets me one every other year, so I'm really hyped to get one. I asked for one, and he said yes. So, I mean, like, there you go, man. There you go. Just, like, put it on the list. Oh, how fun is that, dude? How fun is that? Mando and Grogu, that's really... And it, like I said, I was kind of leaning the Star Wars way. That was kind of leaning the Marvel way. But, yeah, at the end of the day, I think for me, I mean, just look at the back of this. Let me move my microphone a little bit. So you may have a little bit harder time hearing me, but, I mean, they have some really cool... There's like a little dreidel in there that's not a dreidel. It's just a little spinny top. But, yeah, with these back... I don't know, it just seemed a little bit more fun, a little bit more magical, so I liked it. I bought it. We're going to do it. Dominique Gamay says, and I'm getting Santa's sleigh soon. Okay, so about the Elf Clubhouse. No, it's just a Christmas set with Santa's elf. Oh, that sounds really fun. That sounds really fun. A Christmas set with Santa's elves as an Elf Clubhouse set. Man, hold on. Hold, please. Now I want to look this up. Let's see. Lego Elf Clubhouse. Is that the gingerbread set? Hold on. Oh, Elf Clubhouse. No. Wait, hold on. I want to go to like Lego's official. Sorry, guys. This is taking a second. How unprofessional of me. Mike, why are you looking up things? Exclusives, offers. All right, hold on one sec. Elf Clubhouse. Oh, this is in the hard to find section. Temporarily out of stock. Oh my gosh. All right, hold on. Let me show this to you guys real quick. This looks so cool. Wow. It's $100, but it's, out of stock. Wow, that looks great. Here it is in the box. Oh, I want this now. I seriously, okay, so this just plays into exactly what I was saying before about like using Lego to build your holiday Christmas village, your holiday village. Oh, this is so fun. Dominica, I am so jealous right now. This looks so fun. Like all these tiny little toys that go in the clubhouse. Fun little tree. Oh man, this looks cool. All right. I'll go find it and buy it. Dominica says gingerbread is different. Yeah, the gingerbread set. Yeah, there was a different set that pops up when I was looking. Okay, fine. Let's look at the gingerbread set. Let's see. Here, okay, so here's the gingerbread house. Wow. This looks great too. This is under the creator banner. Oh, that's fun. I want all of these. Now. Oh, look at those fun little gingerbread people. There's gingerbread people inside of the gingerbread house. How fun is that? There's fun little candy canes all over the place. Oh, man. Wait, are the gingerbread people making gingerbread? That seems a little meta. Either that or a little bit more of Santa's sleigh ride. Dominique May says, cool, right? That's going to be my December build. Oh, man, that looks so fun. Also, check out Santa's sleigh. Fine, I'll check out Santa's sleigh. Okay, last one. This is the last one because we got to wrap this show up. Santa's sleigh. Oh, that's really cute. That's really cute. Also, why are you telling me all these cool sets that are currently out of stock, Dominica? These are perfect. And here's another great thing about if you want to look, they've already in this photo they've set it up as part of their village. What's so great about these Lego sets as using these Lego sets as your Christmas village is that they're all to scale. Right? They're all to scale for the little minifigs. So if you get a big set, it's still to scale as to the small set. So you get to have this whole eclectic thing. If you go out and buy your own Christmas villages, people make their village Hummels or whatever figurines to different scales. So I mean, sometimes you'll have like a huge Christmas tree right next to a teeny tiny little lamp in the town village, right? And it's not really to scale. So I like the idea of using Legos for that purpose. Dominica says, I had to click notify when in stock to get that one. It sold out in like an hour after I got that email. Whoa! I believe it. I mean, it's just like Comic-Con tickets, right? You have serious Lego collectors out there. Serious Lego collectors. And yeah. I mean, when it's gone, it's gone. And like people check their notifications. They plan their days off around like the releases of some of these things. So, man, I wish I could be one of those people. I just don't have the Skrilla yet, as they say. All right, guys, that is basically going to end our show today. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for giving us stuff to talk about and letting us know what you think about this, that, and the other. You guys, if you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what the Harry Potter Advent Calendar Lego set would want you to do. Woo, 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 woo. You guys, we live in a weird, crazy world where everybody has their own thoughts and opinions, and sometimes those thoughts and opinions clash. So if you have an opportunity to infuse just a little bit of kindness into the world today, please, I implore you, take that opportunity. As always, in the words of Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan, be excellent to each other. I will see you guys next week.